Greetings. My name's Milo, and this is my stream. Let's go with proper English, not US English. Lol, lol, troll, lol, lol. So today I'm playing Catwoman for the Game Boy Advance. Should be coming up any minute now. Here it is. Yeah, pretty cool. Unfortunately, this screen doesn't have any track mode or demo or anything, so we're just gonna get into the game. Although, we'll put this music on just for a little minute. Exciting. Now, I should tell you, I haven't seen the movie. This is a licensed game, by the way, you might not know. And I see they're not really getting into this, but surely there's an opening cutscene or something. Hello, Gibbon. I've literally just started the game, and this is the first thing we've seen. Is Catwoman saying, "I feel so agile and powerful. What's happened to me?" So I guess they're not going to have like an opening cutscene explaining what's happened to her. Maybe it'll come later. Yeah, isometric games. I should be able to walk behind this thing, but I just can't because camera angles and stuff. Actually, speaking of isometric games, there was an option. Yeah, this is a GBA game, so of course there's a light option for how bright you want it based on whether you have the backlight and stuff. So there's isometric and classic, and I don't know the difference. I see. So in isometric mode, pressing right takes me diagonally right, pressing up takes me diagonally right. Whatever, you get the picture. I'm just pressing one button at a time here and it's doing this. But that really messes with my brain, so I'm not going to do that. We'll go classic. Yeah, that feels good. Notice how the sprite looks different based on lighting conditions. So like blue light reflected from this pool of water. Yellow light over here. Pretty interesting. I'm also digging the sprite animation. I think it's pretty cool. Looks pretty fluid. And also notice this light over here on the wall. As I run around, the kind of light shadow thing kind of moves as if it's a lens flare or something. So some interesting graphical effects already. The cat gets the cream. Looked more like a gem to me, but I know what idioms are. So yeah, this is a licensed game based on the 2003 live-action film Catwoman, starring Halle Berry. It was released on, you know, the home consoles and stuff at the time, GameCube and PS2 and that, Windows as well. But yeah, it also came out on the GBA. I've had trouble playing, like the Dolphin emulator works really well, but my computer just, something pretty over there, I better go get it. Yeah, it just doesn't run perfectly all the time, so and besides, it fits more in my usual way of doing things and my preference to look at like the handheld spin-off version. It can be really interesting to look at that, and they're less, you know, they get less attention. So by giving it attention, you know, we could find interesting things. Anyway, this looks useful. I bet there's more around here. Okay, so I gotta find more somehow. I do really like the way, you know, you do rolls and stuff when you land, and the animation looks really good. The sprite's pre-rendered, obviously, at a higher resolution and then shrunk down to this tiny pixel art, which I do like that look, ever since playing Donkey Kong Country, of course. Well, Donkey Kong Country 2 is what I started with, and of course it's the better one. But yeah, this way of making more detailed sprites by making animations and then converting them to a lower pixel resolution. It's not done so much after this kind of era, but in that way it's kind of a nostalgic look. but yeah, it can give you some things that look better than they really should do for the time, or look a lot worse than they should do for the time, let's be frank. Hey weirdo, where's the fancy dress party? Who'd you think you are, walking around our neighborhood all dressed up like a dog's dinner? What does that mean? Is that some kind of slut-shaming thing? I don't know. Flips! I got them flips. So now we're gonna beat up some thugs, I guess. I haven't really tried any of my buttons except for jump yet, but combat mode. Ooh, okay. Yes, Catwoman has a whip. Good. He doesn't like that. So L is crouch, and then I can crawl. That's important for stealth sections later. So while running, I have a flipping kick, or I'm in combat mode because I'm near enemies, so now I have more options with B. Looks like. Oh, okay. Ooh. So this is Catwoman discovering her powers. I still don't know if they're going to get into it in the game, so I'll give you the backstory of the movie. Yeah, okay, here we go. 5 days ago, in medias res, it started us in the game form. Okay, Head Air HQ. This is a big cosmetic company. Yeah, the office of the world leader in female cosmetics. Patience Phillips was still hard at work. So this is not Selena Kyle, it's a different Catwoman. Oh, so that's what she looks like. Okay. Think you could hold a pencil, Midnight? I've got to finish these designs for the new Bowline Beauty range. So yeah, our heroine, Patience Phillips, is a graphic designer for a cosmetics company. Suddenly, CEO George Hedare and his wife Laurel burst into the office. Yeah, this is the antagonist character. Miss Phillips, it's not even close to what I wanted. George, let her fix it. Stay out of this, Laurel. Second these designs are finished, you're going to run them straight to the factory. Wow, what a deadline. Yes, Mr. Hedare. It's going to be a long night. Hedare Factory, 2 a.m. Wow, that was a long night. I guess she had to redo them from scratch because the boss didn't like them. This totally looks like Ace Chemicals. Obviously the Batman connection, I'll talk about that later. That's where Patience Phillips discovered something she wasn't supposed to know. Here in the middle of the night, Dr. Slavicki, head of the Hedare R&D department, was holding a private conference. Question mark, exclamation mark. I guess that's an interrobang, but although, is an interrobang only if it's like conjoined together? Anyway. We successfully bioengineered the bacteria to attack the visible effects of aging. The first experiments were nothing short of miraculous. Unfortunately, the results of long-term use are not encouraging. Yeah, so unethical practices in the cosmetic industry there. Armando, George Hedare's right-hand man, spotted her and... oh gosh. Who's there? End of the story? Yeah, she got shot, so that's the end. Not quite. They chucked her in a wastewater pipe, I guess. And she washed up on the beach. Pretty gross looking beach. Patience Phillips died that night. Sad story. But she was reborn as Catwoman. Yes, the power of the magical cats revived her and gave her cat powers. I don't know if it's explained any more than that, but I don't think there was any more explanation in Batman Returns, to be honest. Wonder what's up there. Curiosity never killed this cat. She's been a cat for like 5 minutes at this point. Whatever. Ooh, a yellow thingy. She said before that those were important, but I have as yet failed to see how. Yeah, so there's some like wall climbing stuff in this game, which is pretty cool. Dumpster diving. No, I can't. Yes, I can. Okay. I'm grabbing the gems. I don't know what they do, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. Whee! Wall jumping is fun. Wall jumping is almost as good as double jumping. Okay, good. Alright. platforming. These are pretty giant air conditioning units, but you know, it's whoops. Dang. I was gonna say it's New York, but I don't actually know where this movie is set. And I don't know if New York exists in the DC universe actually. Whoops. Okay, managed to grab that. Let's save while we're here. So it's probably not New York. I don't think it's Gotham. I don't know, probably not. Because as I said, it's not the same... no, I'm not still climbing, I'm just walking around the corner. It's not the same character that was in the Batman films. It's kind of a complicated history. Oh, I have cat sense. She's just Spider-Man, but a cat, basically. Yes, wall jumping can do. Hey Tony, how's it going? Good to see you. He's saying, I beat Kingdom Hearts today. Wow, that must have taken you a while. I can't quite get this wall jump off. Can I just climb that thing? Hey? Okay, if I'm... Nope. Hold back. Yeah, okay. It's about which direction you're holding on the D-pad. I'm really hot. Thank you. Okay. Ooh, fun stuff. Okay, yes, so hold opposite direction and yeah. I like this. I like the movement. Feels good to do. So, oh, where do I start? Okay, so the Catwoman movie, I haven't seen it, as I said, but we're gonna try and get by without that. I'm probably better off not seeing it because it's widely regarded as a complete flop. It actually was nominated for 7 Golden Raspberries and won 4 of them in the year it came out. What did it win for? I'm sure I wrote that down. Yeah, worst picture, worst actress, worst director, and worst screenplay. And the director apparently didn't have much directing experience. He was more of a visual effects kind of guy, but so what's this? Okay, good. I could have done that myself. Cat sense. Yes. Wall running. Okay. Hold down R. Okay. Nice. Whoops. Okay, got to get a running start. Do it properly. Yeah, so the movie... Did I say yet that Halle Berry plays Catwoman? I was going to mention before, this little portrait, dialogue portrait, does look somewhat like Halle Berry, I guess. Alright, so I can jump while wall running. And that's the next thing. Wow. Oops. Anyway, the cutscenes didn't look so much like Halle Berry, I don't think, but yeah. That's okay. Some sources I read claimed that for the console version of the game, Halle Berry reprised her role, but that's not actually true. I read elsewhere that in fact, it was classic video game and other voice actor Jennifer Hale who did the voice. Okay, let's do this. Yes. Not too bad. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Nice ripped leather pants there. 3. Oh, the yellow ones are just worth 3. That's all it is. I guess I got them all. And I got a new whip power. Okay, hold down B and then release it. Oops, okay, whatever. Actually, I can go back to that. Yeah, tutorials. Unlocked attacks with tether. Oh, okay. Enemies will be called towards Catwoman. Oh, okay, Gibbon tried to look it up and the city is never named in the film. How about that? So, it could be Gotham, why don't we just say it is? Which would cause conflict with 2 Catwomans running around, but oh well. Maybe it's Metropolis. So, yeah, the movie... Okay, hold down R to spin and then press A to jump further. The movie was one of those cases where it was in development hell for a while, and that affected the quality of the final product, I think. So we're holding down R and... Yep. Okay, that's simple enough. Whoops. Timing. Yeah, so they originally were going to make... Oh, yeah, they originally started production of it in 1993. Around the time... Well, it was after Batman Returns, which introduced Catwoman, and they were it was going to be a spin-off starring Michelle Pfeiffer, who played Catwoman in that movie. And Tim Burton himself was going to direct it as well, but they both dropped out for one reason or another, but the project continued, and over time Catwoman was recast. It was going to be Ashley Judd, and then finally it came into its final form with Halle Berry as Catwoman, and it took 10 years to make, basically. It's in development hell for ages, and yeah, it came out as, by all accounts, a bit of a stinker. But that doesn't mean this game won't be decent. And we're going to find out. Okay. Tutorials, wonderful. Too easy, my thoughts exactly. Alright, Gibbons saying New York does exist in DC canon, and he points out that the other Catwoman is acknowledged in this film. Yes, when Halle Berry first gets her cat powers, she starts researching, like, has this happened before? And there's a screenshot I saw from the movie of sort of her with like pictures spread out all around her room, like, you know, Hollywood researching. What's going on here? I just need to have good timing, I guess. Yeah, okay. Whoops. Let's skip that gem. I don't know what they do, but I'm not going to bother getting them all. Whoop, whoop. Ah. Oh, there was a safety thing there, but I missed it. Well, I fell off it after landing on it. Eesh. Load. Where was I? Just here. And yeah, among the pictures of other sort of cat things and mythology that she's got around her is a picture of Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman from Batman Returns. Whoopsie. Not so. So that sort of either confirms that that version of Catwoman exists in this universe, or the movie Batman Returns exists in this universe. Either way. Come on, why is this so difficult? I know I said before it was easy, but that was all talk, obviously. Okay. Whoa! How do I turn around again? Nuts. Oh, great. Not great. Was it L? R? B? No? Select? Tony says, it's meant to be your hometown, Catwoman. Well, even that's not really established. She could have moved here for a job. Well, I got that gem anyway. Nah. Oops. Yeah, I would be commentating, but I kind of feel like I have to concentrate right now. Go. Go. Okay. Right, so I shouldn't be really using the D-pad in those sections. Just R to spin faster and then A at the right time. We've really hit the jackpot. It's like Aladdin's cave in here. Hey, something's going down in there. Wonder what these guys are doing in a jewelry store after hours. Gee, I wonder. Patience. I wonder. Yes. Have either of you two fine fellows seen the film? Just wondering. I thought it was a cool concept at the time. Superhero movie spin-offs before that was really a thing. Great. Nice purr. I don't know what that sound is supposed to be, but I don't like it. And I also don't like the incredibly harsh JPEG artifacts in this image. It's horrific. Moving on. Autosave, thank you. That window's already broken. Let's just watch her idle animation for a little bit. You gonna do anything interesting? Sassy hand on hip pose. So this game, yeah, the console version was made by, actually, it caught my eye, it was made by Argonaut Software, of course. Well known for the Croc series of games and, you know, Star Fox and the Super FX chip, etc. Yeah, she's not going to do anything. It was a co-development between Argonaut and EA Studios UK, and published by EA. What a mess. I think I'll whip this place into shape. Okay. Now we're destroying things. Try to destroy or grab all these objects. So I've become a jewelry thief. Oh! Smash. Just flinging them around, that's pretty cool. Mechanic. Wow. Yes, throwing fire extinguishers at jewelry. I like it. Yeah. Don't know why I'm doing this, but okay. Housework is done. Let's have a look around. I really don't know why I just did that. Oh. B. When the arrow appears, what do I do? Oh, hang on, maybe I grab the door handle. No? What's going on? Opening doors. They didn't cover this in my VR training. Basic controls. It's not in here. What can I do with the whip? Okay, thank you. Is it an unlocked attack to open a door? Seriously, I'm stumped. I might have to quit this game right now. Just kidding. Well, I've reached the first boss door. I'm standing here, get the line up. This room has just taught me about whipping things and using the B button. Oh, there we go. Okay. Standing in just the right position, get the arrow to appear, press B. Alright, whip him. Yes. Linking attacks, awesome. Okay, so instead of just like literal training dummies, we're beating up jewelry dummies to test our fighting skills. I like that. Oh, and there's a run by double tapping. But I was hoping I'd do a little run attack, but no. Not right. Kick, kick, kick. Cats are well known for their kicks. What are your cat senses telling you? Something very fishy is going down. Mmm, fishy. Cats like fish. She can smell that guy, I guess. I love things that sparkle. Oh, that's it. Okay. Cool, man. Power mode. Right. Have an aura burst. Someone's been fooling with the bling bling. Oh man, are they playing up the slang? Tony's rapidly burning himself out on Kingdom Hearts by playing the next one immediately. Not the next like full one, but like spin-off. That series is really complicated. Anyway, don't you boys know it's wrong to mess with other people's stuff? That's my job, to like whip everything apparently. Lights out, let's fool around in the dark. Oh please. So that's how you turn off a light, apparently. Yes, and with my enhanced cat senses, I can deal with these crooks, no worries. Ah, this is where stealth comes into it, of course. Oh, but I've alerted them. Now they're running over here. Oops. Okay, so there's no attack from crouching. You have to stand up. Did I mention I like the sprite artwork? Obviously, Catwoman's a bit more detailed than the thugs that you see around. Okay. I passed a cutscene trigger and then had to run all the way back for it to play out. Meow, pretty. Purr. So I guess this is her cat-like instincts getting the better of her for the worse. Everyone freeze, you're surrounded, stay exactly where you are. Uh-oh, time to go. Maybe I should go back the way I came in. Okay, I mean I could beat up some cops, but let's not break the law in that particular way. You're really going to make me backtrack all the way? Okay, things are happening. Is this where we meet the love interest? Oh, nope, this is where I beat up cops, so I have to do it anyway. Go figure. Maybe she just didn't like all that light around. More to my advantage in a dimly lit room. Yeah, the attack cycle isn't very complicated. I did do a cartwheel there. I wonder if I could... Ooh, ah. Let's do the power mode thing. Yeah, power mode. I didn't get the aura like I hoped I would, but I guess I'm doing more damage. And these cops with their AK-47s or whatever. Kind of worrying. Let's do the whip thing. Oh, nice roll. Whip! Come on, like whip away his gun or something. That'd be nice. I think I just got shot again. Am I supposed to be fighting these guys, or... Ow. Dang. Oh, nice. Cat people. Yeah. That was my test game. Oh no, really? Hang on. That will not do. I'll just rewind real quick. Hi Tito, how's it going? Good to see you. Zach said he might be here later, but it's good to have, yeah, 3 people, good friends, or... Tony's mad because the Kingdom Hearts spin-off is just reusing assets from the first game. Let's go back to before I took that shot. Okay. That was my cheating done for the day. I will not cheat anymore, ever. Ow, ow, no! Did I even save? No, didn't. Bit more cheating then. Yeah, he's saying he's doing the same stuff again except with a bad card game mechanic. I hate card games in video games. It's just a pet peeve of mine. Yeah. Oh, Zach is here. How's it going? He's been watching but not commenting. Yeah, I don't know if someone's here if they don't comment, so there is a way to do it on like the Twitch dashboard, but it Takes time out of valuable game playing time. Gibbons telling Tony to keep the bitching about Kingdom Hearts to his own Discord server. Yeah, let's talk about Catwoman here. You know what I like about Catwoman? She's a woman and a cat. Seriously though, I like that she's kind of an ambiguous sort of anti-hero figure. Sometimes she's with Batman, sometimes she's against him. That's pretty cool. Gives him a complex dynamic. Also, I do like the fact that she's a woman, and she's such a prominent secondary character in the Batman series, and it's good to have a lady in a role like that. Of course, it would be better if she was maining her own film. Oh wait, she did. Here it is. Armando. She's going to get revenge on the guy who shot her in the face. Yes, so we're tracking him down. I sense Armando is nearby. What sense exactly have you used to do that, Patience? Was it smell? It doesn't sound as impressive to say, I smell him. He's here. But then again, internal monologues. I have to save a cat. That's so cool. Oh, it's her pet cat. Okay, good to know. Can't climb that. Even though, surely putting claws through like a fabric-like thing like that must be pretty easy. Like black plastic. Maybe it would just rip too easily. Oh well. So wall running? Yes, but not like that. Did I die? No, I just fell. Oh! I fell and I was punished by having to do combat. So yeah, I don't know if the love interest guy is actually going to show up in this game, but in the film, Catwoman has a connection with a cop man, a policey man, oops, who's like, I don't like you stealing jewels, Catwoman, but there's a bigger problem here, namely the murdering and etc. and the weird human experiments that have caused deaths in the pharmaceutical company, or cosmetics. Yeah. That whole thing, that whole deal. Whoopsie. Yeah, for a GBA game, it's got a pretty cool movement system with the climbing and the slinging and all that junk. I like that. I assume that that kind of acrobatic stuff is also in the console version. But equally, since I haven't played it and I'm not going to, I'm going to assume that it's much better in this version. Just because. No reason. Okay. That cat is still teetering up there, I'm sure, but we're just taking our time. Nope, that was the wrong move. Oh, I actually died from fall damage. I want to see that. Yeah, nice. Okay, what do I do? Maybe falling down here? No, that can't be it. Swinging more? Swinging up. That's not the answer. Oh wow, chat. Tony literally made a channel dedicated to just him Kingdom Hearts switching on his Disney Discord. Did I swap directions? How did I do that? I was not watching the screen and when I looked up I had swapped directions. Yeah, I thought that's what I had to do. Okay, save the cat. Use the scaffolding. I'm literally saving a cat out of a tree. I'm a hero. It's not a tree, but you know, we're in a city. Whoops. Like this. Whoops. Yeah, it's complex. Oh, okay. Let's do it right. Yeah, nice. That felt good. What else is happening? Yes. Oh, Zach is saying that it is a bad movie. So have you seen it? He's also asking if anyone's seen the old Supergirl movie. It's also not good. To be honest, no. The earliest superhero movie I really can remember seeing is basically 1989 Batman. So anything before that, it's kind of outside of my knowledge. When was the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man? That would have been way after that. It's okay, Midnight, I'll catch you. Oh, here we go. Is there a timing component? There is! We know exactly how long it's going to take that cat to fall off that teetering, whatever it is. Tony says that even though the game is stressing him out, my stream is soothing him. That's good to hear. Okay, so jump on the box and then... hold on. Yeah, I did save, right? I would hate to miss out on this cat. Yeah, from what I gather about older superhero movies, like, oh man. Like, I never hear anyone talking about them, so I just assume that none of them are really worth watching. I know that's pretty terrible to say, especially for someone who plays like obscure games all the time, but to be completely honest, I was never a big fan of superheroes and comic books and that kind of thing. So what am I doing? Oh, I could swing upwards, of course. The camera is literally showing me exactly what I need to do. Okay. Oops. Come on. I guess I just hadn't got enough momentum up yet. I'll do a full rotation, okay. Whoa, not like that. I really do need to turn around if I can... Ah! Turn around without falling down, but I did both, so it's good enough, I guess. Alright, what's next? Where's this cat? How did you get yourself in such trouble, cat? City cats. Yeah, climbing. Okay, a wall run, I think. Oh, almost. I'm gonna miss this cat. Go! Whoops. No. It literally just puts you right on the game over screen. That's terrible. Yes, yes. I swear I'll do it this time. Damn. I have to do the thing. This thing. Not that thing. Why is this so difficult? Hang on a sec. Basic controls. Okay. Hold, change swing direction with left or right. Okay, okay. Good, good to know. Huh? Hmm? Oh. Huh? What? Okay, this sprite is becoming hard to read, actually. No? This way. What? That's just swing direction, but not like the direction I'm facing. Hang on, what if I do this? No, what if I do this? All right, okay. Okay, I managed to do it, but that took way too much time, so go back here. Yeah, there we go. No, this, yes, what? Hold on. Catwoman, jeez. Quick detour for some pretty shiny things. I'm sure it won't cost my cat its life. His life. She did use mail program earlier. I see you, chat, but I really have to focus right now. Nope, that wasn't the answer. This is the answer. Yes. Go. Okay. Hope that save will not bite me in the bum. Ooh, lovely. How far up? What is this building? The geometry of it is just not realistic. What is this, a video game or something? Okay, close. Ah! That was a bad time to save. Come on, midnight. Yes, I made it, I think. Yay! Happy cat. Oh, look at that cute little sprite. Yeah, you lick your paw. I'm transfixed. There you go, midnight. Ooh, orange cat. What do we have here? Said someone very familiar nearby. I wonder if her transformation into like a cat person is really confusing for Midnight. Or for her, in fact. Like, their relationship dynamic must have changed quite a bit, I imagine. I wonder if they go into that in the film. The big jump, Midnight. See you in the next life. Wow. There is actually a version of Catwoman. It just reminded me of the 9 Lives thing. In the DC universe, there is a version of Catwoman that can like clone herself up to 9 times. Because of, you know, dumb turns of phrase reasons. Oh no! Police cops. They're cops and they're police. Was I not supposed to fall all the way down here, possibly? Ow! You jerk face. Yeah, that's right. You're gonna flash and disappear because I said so. The moon is just ominously hanging there. So falling all the way down was not the solution. Although now I can't seem to... Okay. Oh, chat. Yeah, given saying, ever notice how only the women get to be complex, sometimes heroes in Batman? All the male villains who had any semblance of complexity have been retconned to just being plain evil and or insane. That's an interesting point, actually. I mean, yeah, female villains, Talia al Ghul, obviously very complicated. And I can't think of any more because I'm not great on Batman lore. That was an answer, and that caused my death. Was I not supposed to... What's going on? Maybe... Oh, that's something. I need to go over there. But not like that. Or that. Okay, so there was a pole over here apparently. And all I need to do is this. So I did have to come down here. Let's see here. Okay, so Zach's saying about the old superhero movies, some are quite good and others aren't. I think the 1989 Punisher movie with Dolph Lundgren is really underrated, personally. I talked about it on Discord before, actually. Yeah, I do remember that, now that you mention it. As part of the pre-Marvel continuity, current MCU Marvel movies thing. And I know Gibbons brought up that kind of stuff in regards to making a big list of them. Okay, what's my goal? Let's get up here. Yes, okay. Not super clear, but basically go the way that you can go and you'll find the right way to go. So I got a new combat ability. Nice. What's next? Oh, I was going to open with this, but this year I'm playing games about women. I really want to drive that point home. Armando, George Heday's muscle-headed henchman. Let's find out what he thinks of my new look. The revenge. Let's catch up on chat while we can here. Yeah, the Punisher movie, it says Zach. It wound up going straight to video in America because Orion went bankrupt and the studio... Oh. Don't worry about the stealth then. The studio that wound up with the rights didn't really care. It got theatrical runs in most of Europe though. That is interesting. And he's saying specifically for my benefit, it was shot in Australia. It even has Mel Gibson's brother, whose name I don't remember, in a bit part. There's no way you're coming in dressed like that. You boys want to play? Okay, now we're beating up bouncers. But they're probably evil bouncers, right? Let's use our new combat ability, rapid thingy. Yeah, so it's like a low kick combo thing. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Nice. Yeah, as I get more combat abilities, it's gonna be a little bit better fighting people. Look at all these folks waiting in line to get in this cool club. Even though the bouncers are gone, they're not making a move because they're completely static, frozen in time. This must be the work of Mr. Freeze. Dr. Freeze? Why isn't he called Dr. Freeze? I don't get that. He's totally a doctor. Anyway, whatever. Now where did Armando go? So this is the nightclub level. Less rooftops in here. A woman in a crazy leather outfit and a whip has forced her way in. She's inside the club. I thought you guys would be into that kind of thing. Has the whip always been part of Catwoman's repertoire? I was looking up, you know, the Catwoman game, obviously, and I found that there was an earlier one on the Game Boy Color, actually, which was pretty interesting. A Japanese developed one, and it's based on the comics. I was looking at the character design in there. Oda Musclehead. It's way too much cologne, Armando, so I can track him by the smell. Oh, but there's different traces going in different directions. Yeah, so I might give that a shot if this game ends up being short. On stream, I'll play that one. Top spin kick. So we just got it, just like that. Okay. Yeah, 1999 Kemco's Catwoman. But also, there's, of course, Catwoman is completely playable in a DLC for Arkham City, Batman Arkham City. And she has the whip there. Nice get-up, lady. Thank you. I made it myself, I assume? This is a pretty sparse club. Not many people in here. Take your filthy paws off my boyfriend. Cute. Check me out. You wanna go talk to me? Okay. Have you seen a shifty-looking guy in an expensive suit? Ask Caroline at the bar. She knows everyone around here. This place is probably filled with nothing but shifty-looking guys in expensive suits. Well, first, it's weird how they're just standing in small groups around this huge space. Hello, Caroline. How are you? Are you here for the private party? Something like that. It's through that door. Do you know if that costume comes in any larger sizes? That is also cute. Looks like I need a security card. Seriously? Old school game design. Alright, let's find that security card. And we can use poles in the nightclub to jump around. Interesting. Alrighty. Yes, okay, so the Catwoman that I mentioned, who can split herself into 9 parts, is actually from Batman Beyond. So Gibbons got the lore drops here again. Catwoman Beyond, her dad was a villain with multiplying powers, and he says he liked that he really liked that take on the Catwoman mantle. What's going down here? Yeah, her costume looked pretty crazy. Hey freak, what are you doing here? I'm punching you in the face, that's what I'm doing. Let's see our new combo. Mashing the button is how you do the combo. Oh. Yeah, I'm being bad about saving. I'm kind of using the rewind button as a bit of a crutch right now. So, super mode. I guess that's using up one of my orbs down there. Don't really know how to get them back, but that's okay. When I punch people, like, some glitters go over to the bar, but it doesn't seem to be like refilling my health or anything. Maybe it's filling up the super mode thing. What's next? How do I look? What does that mean? Oh, it means there's a security camera and you have to avoid it. With stealth. Yeah, stealth. Ooh, careful. Yeah, hide right under them. Metal Gear Solid style. Red and green, what does it mean? Okay, it looks like I should be able to whip that bottle. Nope. So I pulled the guy closer to me. Okay, I did whip the bottle, but it didn't do what I wanted to do, which was throw it at the guy. Yeah. Got a pretty sweet combo. That's not a card key, that's a key, but I can unlock a cabinet. I wonder whose picture this is here. 9 pixels. Yes, doors, my arch enemy. We just need to get in a position where the arrow appears. Okay. Yes, this is it. I agree. Yes, Zach, thank you for that. I do actually welcome suggestions for games to stream, and as I said, yes, you didn't mishear that. This whole year, I'm playing games about women because I do believe that women have a place in the games industry, the games community, and I want to celebrate any games that star women, basically. And it was really fun researching, women protagonists. There's plenty of games, as you can imagine, that have women as part of an ensemble. But at least at first, I want to focus on ones where, a particular woman is the star of the game, basically. So yeah, he mentioned Finding Teddy, which is a point and click with a really cool art style. I have heard of, I remember you discovering Chronicles of Teddy Harmony of Exodus. I remember seeing that when it came out and being pretty interested. But yes, I do remember you mentioning in chat that it was a sequel to Finding Teddy, and depending on what platform that was, I might be able to play it on stream. Is this Armando? I guess not. It was Random Bodyguard number 5. Yes, etc., etc. Oh, interesting. Given saying that Freeze is not Mr. Freeze isn't a doctor. I know in some continuities he is, but apparently in at least one continuity they retcon Freeze to being a crazy guy with stolen tech who thinks he's a doctor, and he also thinks that this random frozen woman that he has is his wife. And Gibbon says he was very pissed at the issue that they did that in. I can understand, like, complete character assassination like that, just like completely undermining and rewriting the whole backstory. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but also pretty common in comics, I gather, which, sorry. Yeah, Zach says Finding Teddy is about a girl as opposed to a woman. Not sure if that matters. That's okay. Girls are fine too. Finding Teddy's on Steam, and the sequel, that's actually the third in the series, is on PS4, though he says it's also on Steam. Yeah, I think it came out for Wii U, which is where I heard about it. Now, I can't actually stream Wii U, but I can stream PS4. It's not really... like, the idea of the stream is usually to play retro games, which doesn't mean I can't play new releases or, recent PC games. I've done it before, but yeah, I'll keep it in mind. Okay. Yes, coming to get you, Armando. Damn, it's locked. There must be another way to get in. Or, a key, probably. But, we'll find another way. a way that involves beating up goons. Yes. Out for the count. Okay, so there was a key. That's not exactly another way in. Oh, okay. Yeah, 3 gems in that level. How about that? There was probably more hidden somewhere, maybe? I don't know. Yes, so I've boosted my power mode, which isn't that exciting, but I'll take it. Doors, how I hate you. Now that I know how to do it, it's not too difficult. Ah yes, Tito suggests Oni, which yes, that's a good game. I've played that before. One of Bungie's early, well not early, but you know, pre-Halo, which is when they really made a name for themselves. Of course, I played Myth back on the computer a long time ago. That nasty doggy smell again. How did he get up there, man? Okay, so I'm gonna take some more jewels, and I'm gonna beat up some bad guys. Yeah, so Tito, good suggestion. I do like Oni, it's a cool game with some flashy style and stuff, but I cannot play PS2 games. It is outside my capabilities. It would be a lot simpler for me if I could, because then I could play Echo Defender of the Future at my leisure instead of my current plan, and this is just for my own casual time. My current plan is to buy a PS2. That's the best bet I have right now to play one game. Okay, that wasn't the way up. So yeah, can't do PS2. Can't do Dreamcast either. I tried a Dreamcast emulator and it ran at about 2 frames a second. It was bad. But I've recently discovered a very well-working Saturn emulator, so that's inside my capabilities now. He says Oni also had a PC version. I should also mention that I am playing, I own a Macintosh computer, so PC games aren't necessarily going to be doable, but they could be. I'm not ruling it out. Bad Kitty, yeah. Stunning dialogue. The movie's probably full of stuff like that as well. It did win the Golden Raspberry for Worst Screenplay. So I guess one of those guys was Armando, maybe. He had a portrait. Maybe it was just random thug again. Yeah, Armando's gonna have a unique sprite, I'm sure of it now. Damn, these thugs, they're everywhere. Okay, yes. Zach says, I feel silly asking this in 2018, but you've played Portal, right? Yes, and I certainly have. I usually play games that are new to me on stream. That's another thing about the stream that I guess is not well documented. And now that, yeah, basically Zach's here for, maybe not the first time, but he doesn't watch much. Okay, so I got a key, but it's not the card key, I guess. So I'm looking for another safe, I suppose. So yeah, I played Portal. I have that on Mac. I wonder if that would run well while streaming. It's sort of, you know, you always wonder about things that tax your system too heavily. I mean, the other aspect of my stream, obviously, I think I mentioned this already, is that I want to play games that maybe you've never seen before or haven't heard about, just for a bit of interest. So I think Portal is probably not... sorry, I just got a message. And I'm getting game thingies, blah blah blah. Yes, I know how to do stealth mode. So I can't beat up this guy because he's too heavily equipped, so I need to sneak around him, is what I'm getting from this. So yeah, I've played Portal, I've played Portal 2, I've played the Portal 2 level pack in LEGO Dimensions. I haven't played the Portal pinball table in Zen Pinball 2, and I haven't played Portal Bridge Constructor, which just came out. And yes, I count them all as like proper Portal games because I'm crazy like that. I mean, the LEGO Dimensions level pack in particular is really fun and chock full of references and stuff, and has, you know, all the voices back, Ellen McLean as GLaDOS, Stephen Merchant as Wheatley, etc., etc. Thank you, game. Tell me exactly what to do and where to go. Cool, cool. Okay, so that'll let me back into that other door back out here. Yes. Oof, chat's moving too quickly. Usually there's like 1 or 2 people, so. I like how in stealth mode the music's kind of muted. By the way, I just noticed that as that guy turned around, his arrow changed from red to green, so I assume that's like, they might notice you in stealth if it's red, but you're safer if it's green. So that was the difference before. Whew. Oh, he's got 2 ladies. Remember me? Yes, Gibbon, remember me? Yes. Get out, girls, we've got to talk. Let me, I'm gonna leave it on pause screen for a minute, catch up on chat. Oni, etc., etc. Yes, Gibbon mentions remember me. I've looked into that. It's going to be impossible to stream that. That's like PS3 360. Yeah, I think it came out on PC, but as I said, there's no way that's working in this stream setup. I did look into Remember Me for connected to Catwoman, but I'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, Zach says the PS2 library is pretty dope. And Tito agrees. I agree as well. And I've found a few other games on there that I'm interested in as well, but Echo's like the top of the list. I'm sure if I do take the plunge and actually buy one, I'll amass a few titles eventually. Gibbon mentions the Guardian Legend, an old NES game. Yes, that's on my list. I've got a huge spreadsheet of games starring women, all with genres and release years, and I'm using that to decide what to play each week. And of course, the classic Donkey Kong Pauline edition. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Maybe to commemorate like us doing something on DK Gerdo whenever that happens. I will do a stream about Donkey Kong Pauline edition and maybe Super Mario Land Pauline edition as well, which you found. And yeah, Zach, the Portal level pack in LEGO Dimensions even has a new song in the vein of Still Alive and Want You Gone. I don't remember the name of it, but it's also funny and good. Oh, Jeanne d'Arc for the PSP. Yeah, I can't play PSP games. There was a Java-based PSP emulator for computers a while back that I tried out, and it did not work well at all. And also, it's like a big strategy RPG tactics game that probably the length and scope of it is not great for streaming. But Gibbon is chiming in to say that it was his first PSP game and he liked it, so that's cool. Yeah, go ahead and keep suggesting things because that's really great. I do have a big list already, but I do welcome more suggestions. But yeah, while we're playing this next bit, I'll explain a bit about why I picked Catwoman this week. I was reminded that it's one of the times of the year that Black History Month is celebrated. In different countries it's celebrated at different times of the year, but in the US particularly, February and October are Black History Month. And I know that, you know, the concept has had some criticism. It's like, we don't need it, like, it should just be history. You shouldn't separate it out into just 1 or 2 months, like, etc., etc. I don't know if I can really speak much to that whole thing, but, you know, I'm a white Australian guy. I'll just say that it was merely a prompt for me to narrow my focus even more and say, you know, this year I'm looking at female game characters. Why don't we also look at black female game characters? And I've done a few searches for that in the last week or so. And as you can imagine, the list is even smaller. And there's blog posts pointing out this fact. But I made something of a short list, and I picked this one off it. Okay, here we go. There's some more plot happening here. The other night you killed a friend of mine. She's talking about herself. I just do what I'm told. Oof. So this guy was like the top goon of the owner of the cosmetics company, I guess. Oops, wow, that was quick. Well, since it was so quick, I guess we'll rewind, but I'll make sure to save at that point. So yeah, you know, as much as there's, you know, women are underrepresented in games, minorities are underrepresented even more so, especially given that the assumed target demographic for most video games is like young white men, basically. But there certainly are examples of black women being prominent in games. As I said before, to do with just any sort of women, they're often part of an ensemble cast. Why did you kill her? Talk now. But there are a few where they are the stars, and this is one of them actually, and simply due to Halle Berry playing Catwoman in the movie, I guess. Which is why I was a little weirded out when in the cutscene her skin tone's quite light, but you know, that's fine. There's something wrong with Bowline. Dr. Slavicki knows that it's dangerous. And Hedera is covering it up. Kick. Yeah, so, I mean, the plot's, I think we've got the gist of it. They're using a dangerous chemical in their cosmetics and they don't want anyone to know about it. Yes, so now we're going to investigate the cosmetics company. Jones here. All clear, sir. The orders from Mr. Hedera are to shoot any intruders. Copy that, sir. Over. Time for a little cat and mouse. Hide behind the objects and take your enemy by surprise. Remember, moving in stealth mode makes you almost invisible. Almost. Alright, stealth mode done. Yes. Okay. Zach says, that's a shame. I'd recommend getting PSP for it, honestly. I do have a PSP and a Vita, so even if I couldn't buy a copy, so, I mean, a lot of PSP games are available digitally on Vita, which is really cool. I don't know if that's one of them. It might not be. Do I lose if I get caught? So a tough guy came up and he shot me. Huh. Okay, we'll start again. We'll stealth it properly. Yes. But yeah, as for Jeanne d'Arc as a game that I would consider playing, well, I'm not super into like strategy tactics games, especially with the limited time I have to play games, you know, just in general, it's always limited because that's the nature of time. I'd have to have a good reason to pick it as something I choose to play, you know what I mean? Basically, I'm just not that into them. Nothing against it, of course. Let's see. Yes. Yeah, I can't do PSP on stream, but I can do it myself. And I do have a small stack of PSP games still unplayed from when I bought mine. I think it was for my birthday 2 years ago that I got myself a PSP. And it's been pretty good. Oops! Alright, let's see if I can cheese this now. Stand up, you silly woman. Oh, oh! I can do a stealth attack, that's fun. I can also die. Alright, I gotta do this better, so maybe I'll hide here. It said I'm almost invisible while sneaking. Okay, so... yeah, stupid stealth. Yeah, Gibbon also has a ton of PSP games that he hasn't played. Okay. Zach says it's a pretty accessible version of the genre. It's good to know. But yeah, he also says he understands. Whee! Just frog leaping out of there. That was pretty cool. And these gems should restore my health, which is nice. Oh, it's Jones! What? Hey, stupid! It's an unsmoking area! Wait, which one was Jones? This is a different guy. Yeah, it's a common name. Anyway, no smoking. Stop calling me Jones. Oh! Oh, that's hilarious! Great! Oh, you got me, game. Stop calling me Jones, I'm Smith. Oh, I love it. Okay. Let's take out this Smith guy. Dude, I don't care if you're Smith or Jones. I'm going to eat your face. Yeah, cat powers. Oops. Yeah, they saw me. I guess I made noise attacking that guy, or maybe he just turned around at a wrong time, at a bad time. Give me some of that. Oh, what's this? Cameras. So there was an additional camera thing to avoid. Lucky they're so stupid. We made it. Alright, what's this? Minx attack. Each attack will inflict more damage. Okay, cool. I mean, you know, pretty boring as far as an upgrade goes. It's not a flashy new kick or anything, but I'll take it. Making battles shorter. Okay, security. I have to get to the door. Yeah, definitely. Zach is talking about Star Wars Lethal Alliance, about the chick who steals the Death Star plans, which is now totally overwritten by Rogue One. Yeah, when Rogue One was announced, or when it was about to come out, I went and bought Lethal Alliance on the DS, and I played it, and I was like, this game is bad. It's really not a good version of it on the DS. Do not play that version. And there's this woman, see, she's dressed like a giant cat. Get the team here, ASAP. ASAP? Americans say ASAP. You can't see me. But yeah, I later decided, you know what? There's no way that... oh, come on. I can't sneak past them? Fine. Oh, and they're respawning too. What am I supposed to do? Do you think they'll, like, give up if I hide somewhere? Metal Gear Solid? Metal Gear Solid? No! Yeah, so I've played both the DS version and the PSP version, and I can tell you with authority, the PSP version is much better. It's actually a competent game and fun to play. Alright, okay, I beat up the dudes, and then more dudes appeared. Is that all you've got? Oh, okay, and more fighting. Fine. Let's use power mode. Yeah, power! So yeah, it's, as Zach said, it's an interesting alternate story about how the Death Star plans were stolen. Of course, that story has been told many, many times in the expanded universe. The plans apparently got everywhere. Smith talking, everything's quiet, sir. So this is another Smith? This game is getting funny. Actually, an interesting thing is you meet Kyle Katarn in that game, tying it to other EU game lore, which is pretty cool. But yeah, PSP version recommended, DS version not at all. Sneaky, sneaky, I am a cat. Oops. Darn it. Zach says he didn't know that. Yeah, obviously the PSP one was made first, and then, like, I think it was N-Space made the DS version, and they obviously half-assed it. But you know, when you're a studio that makes a ton of licensed games, not all of them are going to be good. This studio is one of them. I think this game is decent, but yeah, you got to admit that it's a property of licensed games, that they're just often not that great. I didn't mention that this studio, yeah, so this game's developed by Magic Pockets SAS. They're a French studio, and they have pretty much only made games for Nintendo handhelds. Okay, I'm sure I can avoid that. So like starting on the GBA and then all the way up to the 3DS, they've made, yeah, I gotta be able to do this. So I'm gonna go back a little bit and save here. Yeah, I was looking through Magic Pocket's catalog, and one thing caught my eye. Imagine Pets Dolphins. I love dolphins, as you'll know if you've been following the stream. But yeah, I'm not that into the Pets games, the Imagine games. They made a few of those too. In the Pets Dolphins games, there's two of them. You play as just a person who like has to interact with dolphins through touchscreen gimmicks and stuff. It's not that interesting to me, personally. Come down. Come down already. What's up? Okay. Climbing again. Back to this platforming stuff. What else? Oh yeah, I noticed that immediately before this game, Magic Pockets had made a port of Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance onto the GBA. So I was wondering if this game was built on the same engine, because it was a similar isometric kind of deal. I guess there's no way to know, really. But you didn't see me. You didn't see nothing, boy. Turn around. Oh, whatever. Yeah, you're no match. I have all the powers of a cat, plus all the powers of a woman, for I am Catwoman. No, this game does not have Prince of Persia's rewind function. That is just an emulator thing that I'm doing because I'm bad at the game. Yeah. Boy. Yeah. On my streams, I try to finish this kind of game because I'm sure that I would probably be able to do it within, say, 2 hours. And if I have to use cheating functions like that to do it, then I don't really care. And if anyone does, sorry. Like, yeah, that was a bad idea. That was pretty dumb. To go down a bit slower than that. Have I been talking more than normal? My throat's really dry. It might be this new antihistamine stuff that I'm taking. I don't have allergies, but the doctor gave it to me to help with my snoring. Yeah, it's a problem. Doi. Zach says, tell me you start this game with 9 lives. No, you start with infinite lives. There's no lives counter, which I appreciate. Given says the diving jumps are cool. Yeah, I believe she does that in the movie. I watched the opening cutscene for the console game and she was jumping around like that. I think it's meant to imitate the way a cat jumps, but I don't know if it really looks convincing. They're kind of cool though, yeah. But yeah, I assume that's from the movie. Okay. Yeah, basically, Zach, the idea is to play a game that I can more or less finish in one stream. That's how I generally do it. Sometimes I'll just play the first hour and a half or something of a game. Yes, get up to the air duct. I think the way I describe it on my Twitch homepage is that I play semi-obscure retro games, and basically that's a guideline. He's brought up Final Fantasy X-2 on PS4, which yes is about 3 women. I always thought that was kind of a weird game, and you know, there's a fine line between like empowering women and like objectifying them, basically. I don't know if that game's outfits do a great job of no. But yes, that's also a huge RPG, so not something I would probably play on the stream. But by all means, keep suggesting things. I did mention earlier that this is something that came up in my search for black female video game protagonists. Well, actually, I'll amend that. When looking for games that star black women, this game didn't come up. I found it by cross-referencing a list of games with black people as protagonists and a list of games with women as protagonists, and not a list that had been curated, but a list that was sort of auto-generated kind of thing. Well, it's all done by people, but anyway, that's not the point. Oh, this is really tricky. Let's just try and run them past and not get shot. Maybe I'll take a bit of time to stop the heavy armed guys. Like this. Wah! Pow, 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 pow. Yeah. That worked. Great. Oh, hang on. Oh, that wasn't the way to go. I guess I have to get on that lift. But yeah, I might play a few more of the ones that I found. A strong contender for next week actually is Urban Chaos, which is sort of a 3D beat 'em up on the PlayStation, well, PC originally and Dreamcast, but the best option for me would be the PlayStation version. And that actually is probably the one I saw most referred to on actual lists and blog posts and stuff about games where you play as a black woman, essentially. And yeah, bringing up Darcy, what's her name? Darcy Stern, as a good example of just a good character in a video game, because she's just pretty realistic. And how did that guy see me? I guess he saw me jumping. Just imagine that you're looking out over a building and you see Halle Berry doing this. Yes. Okay, I found the event. Yes. Given suggesting Bullet Witch if I had the ability to stream a 360. Oh, what's this? Double tap to run and then press B in front of an enemy. Okay, I'll do that. Zach's saying the unlicensed NES game Little Red Hood. Don't these guys ever go to the movies? Hero always gets in using the air vents. You're more of an anti-hero, but I see your point. Air vents are usually big in media. Oh boy, this looks complicated. We haven't even really... Because there's sort of a twist that happens and then another antagonist sort of appears in the story, and that hasn't happened yet, so there's more to this game. I tried to look up how many like levels it has and stuff. Yeah, this game not very well documented. There's walkthroughs for like the console version, but not this one. And I found a list of passwords on the GameFAQs page for this game, but it turned out to be just erroneously copied over from the Game Boy Color game, which I mentioned earlier. So nobody's really documented this game very well. So yeah, I hope that I can raise some awareness of it with this stream. And all my streams are archived on YouTube for your viewing pleasure or displeasure, as the case may be. Ah, quit it. Alright. So you've got the key. Well, now I have the key. But I gotta put it somewhere. Yes. Zach says, that's not terribly surprising. Fortunately, this does come up every now and then due to chat delay and me not always watching chat like a hawk. I'm not 100% sure what he's saying is not terribly surprising, but that's okay. I was talking about games where you play as black women. Let me go through a short list for you. The ones that I found. Some of them, they have caveats, like they're like a partner character when the main character is like a white man, obviously. Here we go. Did I just whip that keycard into a slot? Whee! Okay, so now we're writing cable car things. Ah, didn't quite make that. And of course, with the isometric perspective where everything is a sprite that just looks the same, I was trying to jump up on a platform there that's obviously much higher in the room than me, but I can't really tell because of the perspective. That's just a reality of isometric games, but it's part of why they can be difficult if the level design is too complicated for like a 3D platformer like this one. Well, you know, it's not a 3D platformer, but it's got platforming in 3D. But anyway, I had a list here. First one on my list is Bebe's Kids, based on an animated movie, which is based on a comedian's stand-up routine about someone he knew and her kids. So you can play as either a young black girl or a black boy, and you go through like a theme park and beat up people. So I'm sure Tony would be interested in the theme park aspect. That was on the SNES, but it's like one of those examples where it's not solely about the female character. They're like partnered up with a male character, which, you know, it's not a terrible thing, but it's just, I'm going for like super specificity on my streams to make it, you know, more, yeah, just to narrow it down more, I guess. And then Urban Chaos, so 1994 and then 1999. They don't come all around very often is my point. So jump over the lasers, pretty simple. Oops. Okay, so they don't alert anyone, they just hurt me. Yeah, so Urban Chaos is 1999, I mentioned that one. And I might very well be playing it next week, so we won't talk too much about it, but you play as female police officer who has to deal with an outbreak of gang violence, which is caused by an evil cult. So, video games there. Should be pretty interesting, maybe. Yes. Oh, okay. Zach said, the thing that wasn't surprising to him was the codes getting copied erroneously. Yeah, both games have the same name and they're on a console that has Game Boy in the name. But yeah, they're just really different games. Wow, it's so hot. Am I gonna get like heat armor or something? Or do I need to turn off the heating? I did just get a card key. Where do I put that? Aha. Oh. Okay. Yes, Resident Evil 5, Zach, is one of them, where like a black woman is an option, but like the main character is the white guy. So that is later on my list. Actually, yeah, it's just 2 entries down on my list, because yeah, like I said, there's not many. The next one I had was Enter the Matrix, where, you know, compared to Resident Evil 5, Niobe is really the main character of that game. Ghost is really a supporting character and nothing else. So that's a better example, and you know, it's also a licensed game, but I actually enjoyed that one when I played it back in the day. I rented it on my Xbox, and I later bought myself a copy. Whoops. Yeah, the old Xbox Zero, as I call it. It's kind of, you know, that whole bullet time thing. I think Max Payne did it first in video games, but it's basically just using that because, you know, it's the Matrix. But yeah, I thought it was okay. I can't really play it, I guess. Was that on GameCube? I can't stream it, but I'll just say, yeah, that's a game where your main character is a black woman. I guess it's worth making point that black means different things. Like, people can have dark skin if they're not African, and people can come from Africa and not be African American. So there's some things on this list where that could apply, but I don't know, this is difficult to talk about. I'm not saying that makes them invalid or anything, obviously, but just keep that in mind if that's important to you. I don't know. Because there's one I saw on a few lists, Dead Island, and the sequel expansion thing, where you play as, what's her face? I have that written down. No, I didn't have it written down. Because yeah, she's one of 4 playable characters. Perna, I think is her name. She's also a police officer, but she's an Australian Aboriginal, an Indigenous Australian person. So, you know, very different culture, but just as, you know, mistreated by culture and white people and stuff. Ooh, awkward. Yeah, it's kind of a big source of national shame. I found a list on Wikipedia actually about games made by Indigenous people and about Indigenous people, but it was mostly about Native Americans, North American First Peoples. But when I was thinking about games with Indigenous Australians in them, I remembered Metal Gear Solid Ghost Babel, where one of the bosses is supposedly an Indigenous Australian guy who attacks with a set of giant boomerangs. But I think once you fight him and he like gives his, you know, torturous backstory, you find out that he's not actually culturally, or he's not ethnically part of that people group, but he was like adopted by them and raised by them. I don't know. It was weird. That's Metal Gear Solid games are. Yeah. Yeah, that was wacky. Yeah, anyway, I had a list. I'm continuing the list. Resident Evil 5, Shiva Alamar. She is South African. Wait, no, I said that, but I don't think that's actually true. I don't remember. Who cares? Resident Evil fans didn't like that game anyway. I wasn't paying attention to what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I got up here and then something happened and ooh. Maybe... Oh no, what have I done? I was too focused on talking. Oh, okay, that was the thing I had to do. So I caused the guard to come out to investigate by throwing something against the door. Cool stuff. Let's see. Where's Jones gone? He's missing the game. This Jones. Funny stuff. Why don't you play with me instead, boys? Okay, she said that, but then they didn't actually notice her, and I just whipped the TV. Cool stuff. Alright, what's happening now? Okay, so the vent has a remote-controlled door opening? That doesn't make sense. And the TV's back, by the way. Nice prop. Alright, Zach's talking about another game that has a diving slow-mo bullet time button. Stranglehold. I haven't heard of it, but yeah, I think it's is it one of the sort of Max Payne inspired games? Usually when a game... Ooh, beefed up security cameras. These ones have guns. Uh-oh. Don't mind me. Oh, those guys are really dumb. Cool. We made it. It's a sequel to the movie Hard Boiled. I don't know what that is either. Sorry, Zach. Well, since Zach started participating in the conversation, he's been really active. That's really cool. I appreciate it. Let's see. Whip, tether an enemy, and then attack them. Okay, that's cool. What? An intruder? Easy, honey bunch. Dang, he turned on the lasers. Why can't I just turn them off? I saw what button he pressed. Dodge this. There's a Matrix reference for you. Do the thing! Yeah, like this, and then... Oh, I can grab their guns. Awesome! Yeah! That was sweet. Cool. Okay, the next thing on my list was indie game for the PC, adventure game called To the Moon. That's another one where you have like a partner of a white man and a black woman. Dr. Eve of Rosaline is her name. It also had a sequel called Finding Paradise. 20 seconds only, huh? Okay. How do I get past... Okay. Better hurry though. Ouch! Oops. Why don't we rewind? Because we can. And it'll save us some time. Oops. Oops. Actually, where am I going? That was the right way, apparently. Didn't I come in through that door and, like, this was a different area? I don't know. Weird. It's a John Woo movie. Well, that's cool. I do like it when a licensed game or, like, you know, a game that's related to a movie has a new plot instead of just being a retelling. I mean, in this case, I haven't seen the movie that this game is adapting, so it's... okay, yes. See, I pulled the gun out and I flung it over and it hit someone else and it hurt them. That was cool. Okay. What am I doing? Ah! The gun wasn't very persistent. I'm glad about that. Okay, more lasers. Oh, here we go. Speaking of black people. His portrait is white. And we continue the saga of the security guards Smith and Jones. Smith should listen to me. Chicago are unbeatable this season, so Chicago exists in the DC universe. He could have saved $10. It's weird to me that New York exists and Gotham exists, because, like, I don't know, whatever. Let's see. Yeah, exactly, Zach. He says he finds it interesting that the game is the sequel and billed as such. Jones, turn those lasers off, quick! So we've got another Jones. Okay, he turned the lasers off so he could get closer even though he has a gun and could just shoot me. And now that the lasers are gone, that means I can get over there. These guards are really stupid. Sorry dude, I'm gonna kick you. Well, what's over here? Oh, well, we're going this way. Oh, sneaky, sneaky. Are we getting more dialogue? I'm really invested in these security guards now. They've made me, like, care about their little story. Nope, not this time. Okay, sneak. Oh, that was bad sneaking. Let's try it again. I'll wait here until he walks past. What do you think is in those boxes? Let's speculate. It kind of looks like there's like a wheel symbol on the outside. Maybe they're tires or film canisters in a box. Well, that stealth wasn't much better, but haha, that's fun. Using environmental objects to whack bad guys. That's what I liked about Star Wars The Force Unleashed as well. In which the handheld version of that game, like, didn't do quite as well, but if anything, the PSP version, like, I was talking about the DS version just then, but the PSP version was maybe even better than, like, the main console version. Here we go. Another boring chat show. My wife loves this stuff. Reminds me of my wife. And to think it cost you $10. Third voice, Smith's got it coming to him. Normal voice. Hey, hands up. Make a snap. Okay. Why did you whip him in the cutscene? Catwoman. Now my health's getting a bit low. Now where do I put that card key? Ah, over there I bet. Oh, okay, it came out 15 years after the movie. And yeah, as Zach said, the PSP version of Force Unleashed is pretty much the Wii and the PS2 version. Yes, that's true. Absolutely true. So there are probably better ways to play it in terms of you get a bigger screen and stuff, but I played that version of the game on the PSP, and in fact, the PSP edition has extra content compared to the Wii and PS2 one. It's got like a new mission mode where, for example, you can fight Boba Fett at the Jabba's sand barge and you know, other cool stuff like that. Little combat set pieces that are just made up for the game. What's wrong here? What am I doing? Ow. Yeah, that didn't help. I saved back here. It's not too far away. Oh, he's saying the Wii version had an exclusive versus mode. I guess each edition had its own bonuses. Yeah, I played the Wii version of Force Unleashed 2, and that had like a Smash Brothers style platform fighter 2D mode for multiplayer, which was pretty interesting and, you know, completely unique to that version of the game. Can we not do this right now? Ow. No, don't do that. What was the Wii version of... Sorry, what was the versus mode of the Wii version of Force Unleashed 1 like, Zach? If you could explain it to me. Because at one point I went into like a total Force Unleashed binge where I just tracked down every version of the game and the sequel that I could find and played them all. I'm still missing the original iPhone version, and I've got an old iPod Touch to play it on, but I haven't got around to it yet. That version was also on the N-Gage, but that's outside of my scope, I think. But I even played like the mobile phone version, DS, PSP, etc. And yeah, it was interesting seeing how it was translated to different formats. So if there's another mode that I have not experienced, then... no, I'm not going to go buy the Wii version just for the versus mode. That would be silly. Cool, my life bar got upgraded. I do need that. Now I just need to fill it. So is it through here? No, that was the TV room, so back out one more. And through those lasers that I was wondering about earlier. Okay, so Zach says he was about to mention the versus mode of 2, and then I did. But he's saying that in the first one it was pretty much like the main game. It's really not remarkable, you're not missing much. Okay, that makes me feel better. I'm kind of interested to see how it would work, but yeah. It's probably just like the Jedi battle format, just with 2 playable characters. Okay, here we go. Is that Jones? Yes. Is everything okay? Yes. Did you watch the game? Yes. Chicago really on fire. Yes. You sound different. Really? Really? I've had a cold. I'm coming over. Okay, I love this game. I've decided. I'm having a good time. Ooh. Yes, but anyway, I had a list, I was still going through it. After To the Moon in 2011, things start to pick up a bit as, I guess, people make games with a bit more representation as we go along, because we got one in almost every year after that, until now. And of course in the indie space, we're going to get more games like that as we go on as well. So the next one I found was Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation, which is, I think it was one of those, oh that's right, it was on the Vita first, and it was eventually ported to other consoles like HD version or whatever. But yeah, it was made as like, yeah, one of those spin-offs in the same series but on a different console. Kind of like the Force Unleashed example we're talking about, but you know, with its own plot. based on the world of Assassin's Creed 3, which is sort of revolutionary era America. This was set in the very late 1600s, and it starred a woman called, what's her name? Aveline de Grandpré, a French French-African, woman who was an assassin and I guess stabbed a bunch of people in the neck, as you do in those games. Oop, didn't quite make that. Got to do a running jump. Nope. Okay, like this. Nope. Gotta get that double tap on 2 buttons to go diagonally. Ooh, didn't quite make that. Maybe there's another panel to deactivate. I don't see one anywhere. I wonder... So I did that. I'll do it again. Okay, let's turn them on. So, no, we don't want that. Yeah, so she's pretty cool, I guess. Aveline de Grandpré. Although, yeah, I was mentioning caveats earlier. This is one of the weird things when you start talking about representation in games. She's a black woman. Hooray! Yes, like role model for people playing video games. But the actress portraying her is white, and I think that's a little problematic, especially in a game that's about, freeing slaves and stuff. So that was a little weird, but, she's still a black character in a video game, so, that's something at least. Let's see. Yeah, that came up again in the following year. Gibbon mentioned quite a bit earlier in chat Remember Me, which was a console game in the last generation. It was an interesting sort of sci-fi thing where, you could go into people's memories using technology, and it had a complex plot and stuff like that. And yeah, that was weird. I pulled off a jump during the landing animation and managed to get past the laser, but it still dealt instant death damage to me as soon as I landed. So I'm not sure what to do next, if I'm honest. Do I need to... There's not anywhere else I can go. Did I talk through a cutscene again? I can't go back this way, so obviously I don't need to go there. What is wrong? What is wrong? So yeah, in Remember Me, also French, by coincidence. Set in France. I don't know if the characters are French. Yeah, come on, what's up with that? I totally jumped through unscathed and then died, so is there a move that I'm forgetting about? Nope, that's not it. And the running jump didn't quite do it. Maybe the running wall jump, so like this. Whoops. Yeah, that's got to be the answer. Okay. Whoop. Okay, like this. Maybe a bit more like this. This one. Yeah, made it. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I was going to do something clever with the combat there, but nope. Just punch the guys. Let's see. Why didn't she run in the 10 seconds it took him to run over there? Yeah. Cutscenes. Why didn't character do X when Y was happening? I agree. That was silly. Zach's asking if I have an Expo. No, I don't. I have a PS4. I am capable of streaming from it, but I don't usually like to. It's harder to get the audio balance right, and I just, I have less control over it and that kind of thing. Right, so the purple ones are instant death, the red ones are not, but they still hurt, and I'm gonna try and... Oh. Why is her hurt sound like purring? Purring is supposed to happen when you Like, you don't purr when you get hurt. Oh well. We made it through with a jump. So that's fine. Okay, I was trying to choke him out, but that works too. Yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, Remember Me, Nylin, whatever. Haven't played it. I'm not sure the pronunciation, but yeah, that's another dark-skinned woman who is played by a white actress. Okay, so that guy ran away. We're just going to ignore him and turn back to the dead body. It's Dr. Slavicki, and he's dead. Someone wanted to keep him quiet. Someone who'd want Bowline to ship at any cost. Someone like George Hedera. I think we just unraveled the plot. I have unfinished business with George Hedera. Yeah, we're going to try and stop that product from going to market because we know it's dangerous. And we're the only ones who can do something about it. And, you know, stop this, you know, wealthy CEO from murdering all these people. Any more people. Nice car. She said nice car when I said nice car. Really shit, and then she said meow. I really should say meow more in casual conversation. I think it's a good, you know, what's it called? Conversation enhancer? What does Patrick call it in SpongeBob when him and SpongeBob learn, like, sailor swear words? Nah, it's funny. That was a good episode. Oh, come on. You're standing right there. Just kick him. Cutscene difficulties. Alright, we'll do this better this time. Oh, never mind. Okay, let's go around the other way. Can I not do something with the car? She just mentioned it for, like, flavor. So yeah, Remember Me might be a good one to play on my own time, but not as part of the stream. I heard mixed things about it, to be honest. You didn't see nothing. I guess I'll just, yeah, sentence enhancers. Thank you, Tito and Zach. Ow! Yeah, being surrounded by guys with guns is not good for my health. Try that again, the stealthy way. Let's see, what was next? Broken Age. It's another one where you have two protagonists, although they're a bit more equally balanced in this one. You've got Vela, the girl, and Shay, the boy. And yeah, obviously one of them's black and one of them's white. But you know, that's one of those sci-fi things. Ah! So close. I'll keep stealthing us all the way, I think, until I get right behind it. What? Get out of it. Nope, that's probably too close. Okay. Yes! Okay, so that alert sound is playing because I alerted him. Hopefully the other guy didn't see me. Okay, good. We're fine. Metal Gear Solid. Right. Yeah, as long as we stop him from calling the backup. Yeah, okay. Now, were we trying to get in here? No. Yes? No. That was just like backup door. Where else am I trying to go? I'm sure it showed me in like a cutaway, but you know I don't pay attention, game. You know that. Why would you ask me to pay attention? It's just cool. Surely, maybe I drive the car into it. That'll be nice. What side do Americans drive on? The left, right? I can See a steering wheel there. Yeah, I can't get in the car and operate it. That's too bad. Oh, yeah. Mother of pearl. Fire on the poop deck. Sentence enhances. Gibbons posted a paragraph about Remember Me, so that's cool. Yeah, you drive on the right and your steering, your like driver's seat is on the left side of the car, right? Yeah. Yes. Okay, what am I doing? Stuff. What if I whip the car? Oh, this is crazy. Oh, is that so? Interesting. All right, let's go through Gibbons' post here. He's saying, Remember Me is the type of game where you're like, man, the sequel is going to be amazing when they get to really work on all these cool mechanics. I really enjoyed it, but was super disappointed when everyone ignored the title and promptly forgot it. You would have thought Capcom publishing a French-made action game about a woman of color with the interesting memory editing twist would have made more of a splash. I was hoping for at least a push in Marvel vs. Capcom or something, but alas. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. It really just disappeared. I remember, like, reading about it when it came out, or whatever, however I heard about it. And I'm just stuck. Surely it's the car. It's got to be the car. Lingered on the car. Go and jump on the car. Yeah, okay, I'm on top of the car. That was fun. Now what? Yeah, he also says, and then they went on to make Life is Strange, and they're probably going to ride that one for a while. Yeah, they've already, like, they're doing a sequel to it now, or a prequel or something. So that was the same studio, I didn't know that. But you've made me keen to go out and get Life is Strange now. Not that. Remember Me, not Life is Strange. I don't really care for adventure games. But yeah. Oh, it was just jumping up there. Now I'm dumb. Okay. Yeah, Remember Me. I might look into it. Like I said, I won't be able to stream it, but yeah, stuff. Can I get up here? Yes, I can. And then, huh? Wow. Okay. Oops. You didn't see nothing? Don't shoot me. It's too late. They shot me. Twice. Luckily my cat powers make me resistant to bullets. Oh, I just had to run up there? Man. Let's turn things to my advantage. Maybe we can make this a little more intimate. Gibbon says they are upcoming. Wrong there. Upcoming game Vampire looks like it could be interesting as well. Interesting. Vampires. They were played out a few years ago, but it might be safe to do a vampire thing again and have it not be like tired, you know? Yeah, could be cool. Yeah, Zach, just like with strategy games, he's saying it's really good if you're into that sort of thing, but if you're not, it probably won't change your mind. Yeah, I'm not, so I knew that would be the case, so I don't mind missing out on that one. I did enjoy hearing people talk about it, though. The people who did get into it. can at least appreciate like hearing their takes on it and how it affected them. Alright, so we're in the mansion now. Yes. I haven't heard of the movie Near Dark. I do remember this one movie, Panther Attack, which just gives me more damage. Panthers are better than minxes, apparently. I could have told you that. Minxes are very small. Also, I thought it was spelled with a Y. Oh no, that's lynx that I'm thinking of. Oh no, really? Wrong button. Oh! It opened that door. No, it didn't open the door, it just let dudes out. You know, I'm gonna rewind and not hit the button. It's funny hearing things in reverse. Cheating. Okay, so what about this button? Oh no, that's a card key thing. I do have to hit this button. Nah, whatever. Sorry about that. Fast forward. Oh, I should have kept watching. So obviously I'm going to get a key card from a guard here. Yes. Pow! Oh, they don't even have guns. I shouldn't have used my superpower. Vampire is set in 1918 London during the Spanish flu epidemic, says Gideon, and features a doctor who has been turned into a vampire. You can apparently go through the entire game without killing anyone. Yeah, take that. You have to take a bit of a Hitman / Assassin's Creed 1 style approach to gathering info about who you want to feed from and how to go about it unnoticed. Reminds me of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Yeah, kind of. It's probably going to be a bit more high fidelity than that. That's an aging game at this point. That was sort of a Deus Ex 1 kind of game. Ooh, gem. Give me gem. I want the shinies. Even though all they seem to do for me is increase my health. Yes, darkness is my friend. Hold on, wait, no. Ow, ow, ow. Darkness is not my friend. Oh, come on. Run! Man, those guys are really good shots once they get the lock on. Maybe I'll just have to sneak around them. Yeah, let's not take them out. Given saying my description was succinct. Oh, no, Zach's description. Zach's description is that Near Dark is like Twilight, except it came first, the woman is the vampire, and it's actually good. Also, Bill Paxton is there. That's funny. Good to know. Yeah, looking for black video game protagonists, you run into a lot of people mentioning the Blade video games. And there's your vampire connection. So what are we looking at? Landmines? Toxic gas landmines? Yeah, that will make me not a happy kitty. How come I can't turn on that power when I want to? Oh, and she hates water because she's a cat. I wonder if she likes lasagna. I wonder if she hates Mondays. Why did this guy walk through the fountain? It wasn't to mask his scent because, well, maybe that was his intention, but it didn't work. Well, okay, I saw all of that, so I should be able to just follow what I saw. Excuse me? Is she supposed to be standing in the water? Because, like, look at this. This is terrible. Alright, so then up here. I hope I haven't gone off track. I think, yep, I did a little bit, so lucky I saved right there. Alright, and then we're gonna hit this. Oh, that's why he went in there. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. And I don't care about that health loss. We'll go forward anyway. Searing Gas Pain Land? Oh, that's a reference to Itchy and Scratchy Land, isn't it? Yeah, take that. Sneaky, sneaky. Pretty sneaky, sis. Oh! Okay. Yeah, I forgot there were toxic gas mines. Yeah. Oh, what was that? Someone shot me. I heard a shot sound anyway. Yuck. Yeah, nice. Metal Gear Solid. And I don't have a mine detector. But she could still detect them with like a cat sensors, but then not during gameplay, only during cutscenes. Yeah, okay, don't whip the guy. Hit the guy next to you. Yeah, stop. Please. Alright, let's reload so we don't get hurt so much. Whip! Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the whipping's fun. Use your panther powers. Yeah, take that. Okay, I did get hit a few times, but we'll continue anyway. Secret, secret, secret tunnel. Aura power. Bam, pow pow. Biff, baff, boff. Bish, bash, bosh. Night night, boys. Must be switched on in the correct order. Man, I don't know what the correct order is. Trial and error games are the worst. Okay, so it's not that. It is that. It's not that. Wow, this is really just trial and error, isn't it? Yeah, there's no logical sequence here. It's not going to make things easy on me. So the furthest one away? It is. Each time. After the first, it's the furthest one away. So that's something. And that, for some reason, opened this wrought iron gate and turned off a light. Cool. Because that's how, like, electronics work. Yes. Gosh. Zach's talking about a 9/11 meme that he saw with Garfield because it fell on a Monday. Yeah, that's pretty poor taste, but I actually remember you posting that in the chat, actually. I think, or at least I saw it somewhere. I never liked being in the spotlight. Puns! That's totally a Batman thing to have puns. Actually, that was an interesting fact I found. I was looking up, you know, portrayals of Catwoman, because you got the Michelle Pfeiffer in the movie that was supposed to spin off into this. And I was like, who actually played her in the 60s TV show? And it's a little complicated because she had one particular actress in the first 2 seasons, and then they did the movie and they recast her because the original actress was injured or something. This kitty likes to play. Hey, where do you think you're going? This isn't the mall, lady. Do I look like a shopper? Ouch. This is an unfriendly garage. But yeah, in the 3rd season of the show, she was actually played by Eartha Kitt, an African-American lady. So Halle Berry is not the first black Catwoman. The Catwoman in like the show, which was really popular and pretty big. Okay, that was weird. Yeah, she was black for a season, so that was cool. Ow! Mean. Gonna rewind. Eartha Kitt, who I know primarily as Yzma in how the Emperor's New Groove movie by Disney. Too bad that never got a video game. That's a powerful kick there. What the? Somebody turn on the lights. Alright, so we've deactivated yet another laser grid. Video games. In regards to the 9/11 meme that I mentioned earlier, Zach says, "As an American, you have my permission to laugh." Thank you. I appreciate it. Gibbons asking, what level is this? I lost count. I don't know if it, like, the game's not telling me. Oh wait, hang on, it is. Let's see. Hang on a second. I'll just save. There was a letter and a number. Only on loading screens though. What if I quit? That animation is half decent. 4-mansion. So level 4, I guess. But that's going to put me back before I even deactivated that thing, so that's unfortunate. Luckily, I have save states. So yeah, this is level 4, the mansion. I suppose level 1 was the city and the rooftops and stuff. Level 2 was the club. Level 3 was Headair. Was it Headair? The company? Like, yeah, the company factory thing. So we're going to swing this way, maybe that'll work. And yeah, level 4, the mansion. Let's see. Oh, actually, Emperor's New Groove did have a game on the PS1. Zach says he never played it, but it sounded good for a movie game at least. Yeah, I should have known, like, at least in that era, basically every Disney movie is going to have a tie-in game. It's kind of just a fact of life. It doesn't happen so much anymore. Oops. I don't think I should have fallen down here. How about I can get up again? Oops. Cool. Oh great, yeah, as expected of that era, in addition to the PS1 game, Tito says there was also a GBC game. It was played during Tuso Grande, a bad game tournament. That sounds right up my alley. All units, some external units, are no longer responding. Men down. Someone please find out what's going on. Oh, this is Metal Gear Solid 2. There must be an intruder in the building. Be on your guard. Over. Nothing to report. You notice the open window? Yeah. Stealth. Backup units, respond. Response team. Blah blah blah. Yes. Obviously, a lot of Disney movies have female protagonists, so their tie-in games are a good source for this yearly stream project I'm doing. Super Feline Attack. They ran out of cat names, so this upgrade is just the Super Feline Attack. Yeah, I mean, I'll try not to play too many Disney games, especially in a row, but yeah, stuff like Mulan and Pocahontas, etc. Beauty and the Beast, you know, there's a lot of them. There's even a Snow White game on the SNES, although it's not actually related to the Disney movie. It's a tie-in to a like knockoff or third-party kind of movie of Snow White, because obviously it's a public domain story and other people made films about it. Yeah, the interesting thing about that game is that it's a sequel to the story of Snow White. And you can play as either Snow White herself or Prince Charming, who's been transformed into like a ghost creature. It's pretty cool. I saw it on a list of SNES games and I put it on my SNES Mini. which has like 100 games now, and I'll never ever play them all. It's just too many. Okay, I get it. You're shooting me with a gun. You can stop. Okay, get some health crystals. Good, because my power comes from shiny things. Unobservant guard. Okay, I got to at least pay attention to these cutscenes because they show me important things. Well, maybe inside the mansion it's not so complicated to get around and know what to do in each room. Uh-oh. I'll do that a bit better. Nope, you didn't see nothing, buddy. Fine. I'll wait a bit longer. Zach says the best Disney PS1 game is Toy Story 2. And he says that the Beauty and the Beast games have you play as the Beast. Oh yeah, I didn't think of that, but that's probably true. Yeah, that sucks. And yes, the Little Mermaid game where you play as Ariel, there's a few of them, and I played most of them on a stream once, so check out the archives for that. That was a cool stream. I had a lot of fun on that one. I was really into the Sega one as a sort of Echo clone, kind of, because I just love Echo the Dolphin. But yeah, obviously there's the NES game by Capcom, which is the one most people know about. Anyway, I'm still working through this list of black female protagonists, so let's go to the next... damn, I'm so close. The next one on the list is... Oh yeah, Sunset. That was really cool. I saw someone play that on a stream at some point. I don't know who or where. But it's a PC indie game where you play as like a housemaid who's like in this foreign country, hired as a maid, and there's like an unstable political situation, and it's sort of revealed to you gradually as you come to this house day by day. It's like a kind of interactive story game, but it was pretty cool. And your main character, Angela, is black. Well, it's a first-person perspective. Jump around the back of an enemy and immediately hold B. So if I jump over an enemy and then hold B, I'll try that, I guess. 4-corridor 2. Okay, Gibbon has found some kind of walkthrough or something, and he's saying this isn't even halfway through the game. Oh boy, what time is it? Wow, have I been going that long? We haven't even introduced the antagonist. Like, the wife of the owner of the company uses some magic beauty cream that turns her into like a supervillain, basically. And that hasn't even been introduced yet. Wow. Let's see, I've been going a while. Is this game good enough for me to do like a second stream next week, or should I just sort of stop now? Yeah, so you gotta pass the lasers to turn the lasers off. That makes sense. Okay, I'll do the jump thing. Jump! Oh yeah, okay. So there's like a contextual jump thing, and then if you hit B when you've done it, you do an attack. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see. I don't foresee this game introducing any new like mechanics or things that would make it extremely interesting. The last two items on my list are the Walking Dead Michonne, and you know, there's Clementine in the first one. I don't really know if you play as her, but like Telltale Walking Dead games. And there's a game that came out very recently called Dandara, which is actually based on a real-life person, a Brazilian woman called Dandara, who is like a freedom fighter in, oh, I don't remember what time, what year it was, but it was at a period of civil war or something in Brazil. Sorry, I don't know much about civil war, much about Brazilian history. There's at least 9 levels, says Given. Good grief. Yeah, okay, I might call the stream soon, and I'll decide later if I'll continue this game next week, but I probably won't, so don't look out for it. I've, you know, gone through this and it's been pretty good, but there's a lot of other games that we could be playing, so maybe we'll be done with this one. Oh, real quick, Grabbed by the Ghoulies, Rare's first Xbox game. You unlock a level at the end where you play as Marsup Swell, who is a black chef, and she's a fun character. Although, I don't know, if you think about it too much, it might be a little problematic, but we like her in the greater DK Vine community. Yeah, okay. I have been going a while. Yeah, okay. You play as Clementine in Season 2 of Walking Dead. Chat. There is a downloadable PS4 game where you play as a black woman. The title is Virginia. So yeah, like I said, more of them are coming out in modern times in indie spaces. So that's cool. But yeah, that's it, I think, for this week. Why don't I really quick load up our other Catwoman game, because I had it prepared. And I'll just show you briefly what it's like. But yeah, this GBA game, longer than I thought, which represents good value for money. But I was talking before about trying to beat a game within, you know, one stream. It's kind of my usual modus operandi. But yeah, we can't do that this week, it seems. I'll just show you really quick what this older Catwoman game is like. Because, hey, it's a game starring a spin-off character, a secondary character. So Talia al Ghul is here to hire Catwoman to steal a crystal skull. Because Catwoman is Cat Burglar. You could not afford me. Name your price. Because I'm not for sale. Very well, my father will not be pleased. Of course, her father is Ra's al Ghul, the well-known Batman villain. I could never steal that artifact for Talia. Why the rightful owner should be me, Catwoman! So yeah, she's not gonna be hired to steal it, because she'll just steal it for herself. So this is the original Catwoman. This portrayal is based on the comic, as I said earlier, I believe. And yeah, I mean, look at that sprite. Isn't that something? Kind of interesting. I do like games on the Game Boy Color with like tiny little sprites. I find that adorable. The Rayman games are like that. So this is kind of a stealth game where you have to avoid detection by guards. And if you get up behind them, you can attack them with a punch and a kick like that. What do I do now? Crouching. Oh, I can hide on the wall. That's good to know. Oops. Yeah, hitting a guard will only knock them out for a little bit and then they come back up. And yeah, I guess I steal a skull at some point. I don't know what happens after that. It's a really big dog. That's a huge dog. Don't want to tangle with that dog. It goes down in a kick. Cats do not mind dogs. And look at the art in this museum, isn't it? Well, it's quite something. So yeah, this is a Japanese developed game on the Game Boy Color that is really just, I don't know, apropos of nothing. It's not tying into the animated series. It's not like, it's just a game about Catwoman from the comics. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, given saying those are the two women in the intro usually are fighting over Bruce's attention. They have both been love interests of Batman at various times. But notice that they didn't bring that up in the intro, so this game just passed the Bechdel test. For what that's worth. Which is not something that the other Catwoman game did. I suppose because the wife of the CEO guy who turns into the supervillain person, presumably she would have had a conversation with Catwoman at some point, but we didn't get that far in the game, so we're not going to know. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for coming. Thanks very much, those of you who tuned in. I had a good time and I hope you did too. And we might keep going with the black women theme next week. I mean, I hope it doesn't sound exploitative or like, I don't know, it's weird. It's weird, but you know, this is what I decided to do this time around with my stream. So yeah, I might play Urban Chaos next week. If not, I'll let you know. Stay tuned, it'll be at the same time, and I hope to see you then. So until then, goodbye.